Go in and you got to get a background check. Well, if it's not done in 48 hours, then in fact come on, man. States aren't even moving and giving all the data that they have to the NICS. And so we have to change the way we deal with this. We're not denying anybody their right to own a gun. It's what kinds of guns you can own. Last thing I'll say is that right now, and I've been pushing this for a while, it will not violate anyone's Second Amendment if, in fact, the only person that could pull the trigger on the weapon you have is you, by your biometrics in your finger. That technology exists now. It's James Bond stuff. No, it really does. You can manufacture any weapon so the only person who can pull the trigger is if it has essentially, it's more than this, but your fingerprint on it. Look at what would have not happened at Sandy Hook if that had been the case. Why is it some of you left your keys in the car outside in the parking lot, and a 14-year-old kid picks it up, takes it out on the highway, gets in an accident, kills somebody or themselves, you can be sued. Why, if you do not have a trigger lock on your gun? Why, if you don't have your gun in a safe? Why, if you don't protect your gun or weapon at home? Why should you be any less liable? Why is that the case? We're not violating anybody's rights. You have a weapon, you have an obligation to keep it out of the hands of people who either don't know how to handle it or, in fact, would do something bad with it. So you lock it up. By the way, so what happened? Out in Silicon Valley, they came up with some pistols that you could only use your biometric marker on pulling the trigger. Several gun stores started to sell them. What happened? The NRA boycotted them and put them out of business. So guess what? None of them will carry them now. And this goes to the last thing. It's not just the NRA. The NRA and members of the NRA believe, over 50% think we shouldn't be selling automatic weapons or selling weapons that in fact are weapons of war. They agree with this. They should have background checks. But guess why it's not happening? Because of gun manufacturers. Gun manufacturers are the only industry in the United States of America that is exempt from being able to be sued. How about if we had done that with the tobacco companies? How about if we had done that with the drug companies? They're the only ones that have this exception. It's going to change if I'm president. It's going to change.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming this evening. Our next president, Joe Biden.
All right, everybody, would you look at that? I got you the South Mountain Tower Cam to show ya the sunset right here in the valley. Big thanks to Mitch in live control.